Well, hello. Welcome to another webinar presentation. And this one, the neuropeptide system, is of particular importance in the world up to this morning and has been descending upon us for some time now. Crises colliding from every direction, and future very uncertain, and a lot of white knuckling going on out there. I can say that a lot of white knuckling is going on in here. So what we're going to talk about today is how we can manage that white knuckling by understanding an all-important system in our physiology, our neurology, and so forth, and that is the neuropeptide system. These are what Candace Pert called the molecules of emotion, and as you will see, it turns out to be molecules of many other factors besides just our feeling states. But those feeling states are critically linked to all those other factors. So what we'll be talking about today is the integration of mental states, endocrine system, immune response, and the healing process. I want to pause for a moment and just say a short word about things that we will have upcoming in future webinars. On September 20th, we're going to have a question and answer session. We have covered much material in the past, and we'll be covering more today. And I wanted to have a pause and time for you in the coming week to think about questions that have arisen, things that aren't quite meshing together in your mind, topics that have come up that you would like further discussion and explanation of. And so that will be the 9th of the 20th of September. On the 4th of October, I will be doing a webinar on the hands, the arms, the shoulder, and it's the integration of that muscular system into our nervous system and the rest of our body. This is the one anatomical area that we have not really covered in any detail yet. So I want to put some special focus on hands, arms, shoulders, these tools that we liberated by standing up, and they are one of our key methods of interacting with the environment around us and taking care of ourselves. On October 11th, I will be doing a webinar on what I call core issues and many dimensions of core. What are the core muscles that have to be coordinated, tuned up, and properly habituated to support virtually all of our movement? What are the core emotional values that we have to cultivate and have in place so that not only a strong, supportive physical core, but a strong, supportive emotional and psychological core is in place for ourselves, so that everything else can happen around those organized cores. Then on October 18th, I'm calling the webinar Flow. Of all these systems we've covered, flow of information, flow of fluids, flow of transitions, flow of habituation processes, out of bad ones and into good ones. It is the principle of flow that more than anything else characterizes the healthy operation of our organisms. We are 75 to 80% water. The flow of that water is crucial. We are an electromagnetic system, and the flow of that energy is crucial. And many, many systems inside of our bodies contribute to, generate, and sustain all of those elements of flow. So that will be the next series. The next series of 3, excuse me. So with that footnote in mind, let me proceed with today. We're going to look at how our emotional states and our mental states and our beliefs integrate and profoundly affect our endocrine, that is our glandular system, our hormone release, and all those biochemicals that interact with all of our body's tissues. And the molecules of emotion collect not only mental states to the glandular system, it connects it to the immune system, and through the endocrine system and the immune system, it impacts all healing processes. It all began with Candace Pert and morphine. Candace was a horse rider. And one afternoon out for a ride, she fell off her horse in a particularly violent way, landed on her back, injured her back significantly, and was immobilized and in a great deal of pain. So when they hospitalized her to treat her, that pain factor was one of the things they managed by her availability to a morphine drip that she could turn on when necessary, turn off when all was better. Candace, in those weeks in the hospital, very much enjoyed her morphine drip. She noticed it put her in a extraordinarily positive state of mind, not only pain-free, but just feeling good, feeling nice, feeling liberated in many ways from the stressors that had been involved in her life as a scientist in general. This is the rush that the addict seeks. And no addict begins the process by intending to become addicted and degenerative. Everybody who involves themselves in that kind of morphine addiction, heroin addiction, the OxyContin addictions, they're looking for that lift, that freedom from care and stress and into a joyful state. So during that period of time, Candace started musing. Why does a morphine molecule that comes from a plant that is by and large harvested on the other side of the globe have an opportunity in our nervous systems to dock on particular neurons and profoundly change our state of mind and our state of emotions? There must be something in our systems themselves that is receptive to that molecule. Why is that the case? Why does morphine work? When she got out of the hospital and back to her lab, she initiated an entirely new branch of her research to discover why these morphine molecules had the opportunity to enter our nervous systems, dock on neurons, and profoundly change brain states. In this research, she discovered the first neuropeptide that was discovered, the endorphins. The endorphins are our own internal opiates. They are pain relievers. They are mood elevators. And we produce them through specific cellular processes that release that peptide of endorphin out into the system and can change mood elevation, stress levels, and the like. So this she found very interesting. That led to the discoveries of what she called the molecules of emotion. That is, many other neuropeptides besides endorphins that create and are created by specific feeling states in the mind. She found in her early explorations that she could isolate neuropeptide molecules that induced, that when injected, could produce anger, could produce fear, could produce depression, could induce anxiety, could induce calmness,